This is how you grow a small account. This is how you can make one trade and double your account size in 10 to 15 minutes. What's going on, guys? Tony Ivanov here with another video lesson, and today I'm going to talk about the best stock that you could have traded today. I actually sent an alert on this stock preparing for its breakout, but then for some reason I'm still kicking myself because I did this. I stopped watching the stock to trade another stock that I lost around $60 on, and meanwhile the stock that I was planning on trading originally ran 200%. So I'm gonna get right into that in a second. If you're new to my channel, I appreciate you stopping by. I make these videos every single day, Monday to Friday, just recapping my trades and giving you guys some tips and tricks on how you can become a better day trader. So if you see value in this information, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe. So let me just bring up the stock, if I can remember the name. Gosh, I forgot the name. Looking up the alert. CPAH. Okay, that's what it was. So here's my scanner on equity feed, and you can see that it was making alerts at 6:40 a.m. It started popping up huge. And if you've been watching my videos this week, we've been looking at the same pattern for the past 3 days. The past 3 days we've been having these huge monster rips that just come out of nowhere. They have no action pre-market, but what happens is that they get just a tiny bit of volume into them, and because they have such a low float, they move really rapidly on low volume. So you can see here on CPAH, it's in my ideal price range of around $3, and the volume was under 50,000 shares traded. The float is only 2.6 million, and you can see here in this 5-second time frame, it jumped from being up 26% up to being up 39% with only 2,000 extra shares traded. So let's just bring up this chart real fast, and you can see why I'm kicking myself for not hunting this one down like a hawk. So let me just put the daily chart here so it's easy. Oh, it's already there. Let me just delete these lines real fast. So not having this big spike here, just look at this daily chart. Where is the obvious resistance for the past half year or so? It's at this nice round mental resistance of $3. And if you were paying attention onto that window that I had, it hit $3 and then it dropped back down. So that was acting as a level of resistance. And I said in my chat room, CPAH, once this gets above $3, it's going to be a massive mover. And the reason why I knew that is because of how it was moving so fast on low volume, exactly how YTEN was on Monday and TIK was yesterday, where I made over $1,000. So let me just bring up the alert real fast. It's coming, 1 second. Sorry, there was a lot of talking in the chat room today, which I love. Very active chat room. I'm loving it a lot. If you want to join the chat room, link is down below. Here it is. CPAH low float. Huge breakout if it gets over $3. This was at 6:40 a.m. right when this hit my scanner at 6:40 a.m. So now let's look at the intraday chart, and you can see look at this move. It went from the 230s up to 681. So I'm kicking myself because I missed this trade. I could have made another $2,000 if I traded this how I should have, but you can see here's where I saw it. It tapped this obvious resistance at that nice round number of $3, but then it dropped back down all the way to the 250s, and because I saw that huge drop, I just looked elsewhere. I really don't know why. It was such an obvious pattern, such a gimme play, such an obvious huge breakout. And I found out later when I looked at the news, it's an earnings play. So such a gimme play, and I'm just beating myself up because I missed it. I really shouldn't have missed it. It was just so in front of my face. But the reason why I missed it is because I was hunting down whatever play I could. So then I got into another stock, which we'll talk about in a second. But you can see we dipped down for only 1 minute, popped right back up, and 2 minutes later we broke out. And instantly in this 1 minute candle, we go from $3 up to $3.87, gets halted. Immediately once that happens, you know that, well, you don't know, but usually when you have a really big rip like this, it's going to spike up a little bit higher after the halt. You don't know how high, but usually if you have low volume before the halt, once it's halted, it gets talked about by everyone. It spreads on stock twits, on Twitter, on all the social media, in the chat rooms, and so on. Word spreads in this 5 minute time frame. So then when it opens up, everyone piles in because they're chasing the move. So this would have been a very, very, very nice and easy over $1.50 per share gain. Look at this percentage point right there. 50% win in 7 minutes and 2 minutes, and in 5 minutes it was halted. So really it was a 2 minute trade. So yeah, very, very, very obvious play. What you want to look for on these type of stocks is, one, you need to have trade ideas. There's no way that you will find these quick enough if you don't have a scanner like Trade Ideas. So if you need to download that, I have a link down below, and what that will do is bring you directly to the purchase page, and you don't need the premium edition. Just get the standard one. You don't need the AI software that they have, because no one really uses that, as far as I know. Maybe some people do, but don't need it. Don't need it at all. So what you need to look for is low float stocks, low volume, low float stocks that are moving rapidly on low volume. You can see only under 50,000 shares traded. It goes from 272, it gets 400 more shares, it jumps up to 280, and then it gets 900 more shares, and it goes up to $3. So you can see it moves very rapidly on low volume. Also, what you want to look for is history of very big spikes. So you can see this has history: huge spike here, and not just the spikes. You want to look at what kind of resistance can it break out of. Here in this particular stock, there's obvious resistance at $3. So if we can get over $3, that leaves a lot of room to run, and it'll just let the stock explode exponentially, and that's what it did. So the one that I traded was LTEA. So instead of making 1,000 on CPAH, I lost some on LTEA, and this wasn't even a good trade either. I really chased it in this level. I bought over this breakout of the 284, and I cut my losses once we broke underneath VWAP. So I lost about 17 cents per share. I didn't use my whole account size, so it wasn't a huge loss, but still sucks, because I don't know why I traded this one, because it was obviously chasing. It was already up over $1 per share in like 15 minutes, so it was late in the move, and just don't know really why I traded this one at all. I was just really upset that I missed CPAH, so I wanted to have a big win, but you know, can't force a trade. If you miss a trade, just you have to leave the day. If you miss that big run, it's more beneficial in the end when you leave the markets and step back and take the day off, rather than try to make a play happen. Now, of course, in my situation, I run a chat room, so I'm kind of obligated, you know, to use the markets throughout the day. But I'm probably going to stop doing that now. I'm still gonna help my traders with their questions and trades, but I'm not going to trade actively because my most profitable time is the first 10, 15, 30 minutes on the day. And when we have a big run like CPAH, excuse me, everyone is trading that. So once that's done, everyone who's a good trader and made profits, they're done for the day. So the less good traders there are in the market, the less likely that you're gonna have these huge stocks or these low float stocks run huge. One more thing on CPAH, we did have a nice dip here. Had a very nice dip wedge pattern. Let me just bring this up real fast, delete this line. You can see all these candles line up on that line perfectly. Breaks that downtrend, reclaims the middle Bollinger Band. We have a nice squeeze on the Bollinger Band. Nice pop in volume. Look at the volume too. Obviously breaks the downtrend right here on your stochastics. Nice level in the stochastics for a dip buy. The volume retraces, increases. We get a nice pop in volume, we break over VWAP, and then we get halted again at the high of day, and we explode even further. So if you were trading today, you should have traded this stock and this stock only. If you didn't, recognize what you did wrong, analyze your trades, and see how you can better trade stocks like this, because this is how you grow a small account. This is how you can make one trade and double your account size in 10-15 minutes. So if you have a small account, this is the exact type of play that you need to focus on. Don't trade those blue chip stocks. Don't trade that junk. It moves too slow. When you have a small account, you need to have rapid growth and get out of that hole, that small account hole, because trust me, once you have a bigger account size, it's much easier making more money. The main thing about trading, it takes money in order to make money. So the more money that you have in your account, the faster it's going to grow. So don't give up. Just find that one pattern, that one strategy, and just trade it like a business every single day consistently, and you will see that you will see the equity line grow exponentially. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.